Thanksgiving Day, $2,000 fourth stimulus check update. And yes, of course, this update does include the low income, including fixed income beneficiaries of Social Security retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, spousal, SSI, VA, and RRB. I have all the details and what you've requested right here in the video. Let's get into it and talk through all the details. First off, can I ask a huge favor of you? Please make sure to like the video with the big thumbs up button right down below. Also, if you haven't done so yet, or if you happen to be new here, first off, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. Again, with the big subscribe button down below. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your support and happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're doing well right now. Really appreciate your support and let's get into it and talk about it. All right, the infamous $2,000 fourth stimulus check that I get questions about literally every single day down below in the comment section. When I host a live stream, inevitably down below in the chat box, I see questions there. I get emails ever so often. This is a very popular thing. And again, it makes me wonder, are there really that many people out there that are struggling financially right now and that need additional stimulus checks? I think the answer is absolutely 100% yes. In fact, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, I've been out with so many different reports over the last, I don't even know how many months, even actually realistically the last couple of years, that have been showing the finances of the American people have been basically eroded down to nothing. Virtually nobody has any savings left anymore. In fact, all of us collectively across the entire country, our savings is essentially gone. All of our savings has been eaten up over the last few years because of all this inflation. So yeah, I really do think it's true. The vast majority of people out there have like nothing to lean back on right now, which is also probably why we're racking up record credit card debt and consumer debt right now, and why we continue to dig into a deeper and deeper debt hole that a lot of us are getting into, me included, right? I think all of us are in the same position. Floating balances on credit cards these days, I can tell you this much, not fun. Don't do it if you can't. If you can avoid it, don't do it. Seriously, these interest rates on credit cards are really, really tough right now. Not a fun situation. Anyway, sorry, I just wanted to throw that out really quickly, but let's quickly talk about the subject matter of this video, which is stimulus checks, okay? Fourth stimulus check, fifth stimulus check, 28th stimulus check, whatever we want to call it. Let's just talk about the details here, okay? Because again, I get this question all the time. But right now, here's what we're looking at, okay? Obviously, here we are. We only got like, what, a month left of the year? Well, a little bit more than a month left of the year here. There's not much left to go of 2024. But do you think economically things have changed quite a bit, okay? Which, by the way, quick side note, just want to throw this out there really fast. You might be thinking, hey, this has nothing to do with the stimulus check. It has 100% to do with the stimulus check, okay? I want to throw this out there really fast. Stimulus checks are sent out and distributed when the economy is not doing good. In other words, when we're falling into an economic recession, an economic contraction, something like that, that is when stimulus checks are provided. That is when stimulus checks are approved and distributed to the people, because when the economy is not doing great, what does it need? It needs an injection of money called stimulus. It happens literally every single time, and that is literally what stimulus checks are for. That's why they're called EIP, Economic Impact Payments. That's really what they're called. It's not stimulus checks. They're called Economic Impact Payments because they impact the economy, right? So anyway, just want to throw it there really quick, really fast, okay? So anyway, that's what we need to continue watching is the overall economy. Now, this year has actually been kind of interesting because around the middle portion of the year, kind of second quarter, third quarter, around this range, we started to see some major economic factors like the jobs reports, the non-farm payroll, the unemployment reports coming in, not looking so good. And if you've been hearing my videos here on the channel for a while now, I've been saying this for a long time, which is watch the jobs market. And again, you don't have to sit and watch these reports if you don't want to. I'm watching them every single month and bringing them to you in these short videos. But this is, in my opinion, possibly the biggest and the most influential and important different economic report that are out there that comes out every single month, which is the non-farm payroll, the jobs report that comes out each every month, because it shows us a lot of different things. Number one, the unemployment number, which is, important to look at. But it also shows up how many people are gaining employment, losing employment. Are there job openings? Are there job closings? What is going on with average hourly pay? Where's the labor participation rate? What are all of these different factors, okay? And what is also the U6, which is the underemployment rate as well, which also shows us a better, glimpse into, hey, are people actually working the amount of hours that they want? Because a job working 10 hours a week is not the same as a job working 40 hours a week, right? It's different. They're classified differently there If it's especially somebody that wants to be working 40, but really they're working 10, I mean, that would be an underemployed person, right? They are underemployed at the pace that they actually want to be. Anyway, this is what it comes down to. But like I said, okay, so these are the different economic factors. Now, we also need to take into consideration what's been going on with inflation here as well and what the Federal Reserve has been doing. Remember, Federal Reserve jacked up interest rates a couple years ago. They started raising back in March of 2022, right? 2022. They raised interest rates aggressively at the fastest pace we've possibly seen ever out of them. And then they paused for a long time, practically a year. They paused interest rates very, very high and very, very elevated, which definitely has some negative consequences on the overall economy, okay? So we're starting to see a lot of this crack now, which is unemployment is rising, jobs are less plentiful, there are not as many out there. They're not paying as much. There's also a lot of people that are underemployed right now. Inflation is ticking back up again. Inflation is going higher. This is also, by the way, just quick side note, this is also somewhat of an inflationary time of year. Why? Well, are people spending money this time of year? Is anybody waiting for, I don't know, Thanksgiving, maybe after you eat some food and maybe I don't know, wait till Friday rolls around and some awesome deals come online? Does anybody spend some money then? Yeah, absolutely, right? I just got done saying a little while ago, hey, be careful about credit card debt and stuff like that. But I mean, if you can get a nice 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50% discount, I'm right there with you. I'm buying stuff too. Why? Because I like a deal. I love a discount. So my point is, usually, November, December-ish time of year can be a very inflationary time of year because there's a lot of people out there spending money that they otherwise wouldn't be spending, buying things for themselves, buying gifts, all the things like that for the holidays, right? So this can be a little bit of a time that prices tick a little bit higher again, and that's just kind of what we see. Okay, so anyway, this is what it all comes down to. And again, I know you might still be thinking, I'm totally confused. What does this have to do with a stimulus check? 100% has to do with a stimulus check because it all comes down to the economy. It all happens around the economy every single time. So here's what you have to look at. If you are in the camp and you are begging, pleading, praying, asking for whatever it happens to be, wishing for a stimulus check, don't get me wrong, I'm right there with you. I want the same thing. I would love for a stimulus check. Whether it happens to be $2,000, $1,000, I'd be happy with 500 these days. I mean, my standards are getting kind of low these days, just saying, right? I'd even be happy with probably 250, just being real with you, okay? Don't tell them that. Let's try to get as much as we can. Don't tell them we'll settle for 250. Let's tell them we need a lot more than that. But you get my point, right? But anyway, I'm in the same camp with you. I think there should be something, especially for the people that actually need it. Now, that is kind of the situation that we're dealing with right now as well, which is they possibly learned their lesson here over the last few years when they distributed 3 stimulus checks, the $1,200, the $600, and the $1,400 over the course of, about a 12-month period of time. They distributed $3,200 per person for about 85% of the population. I'm going to say this much. Bad move, guys. They blew it. They did not do that very good. That was not a very good steward of money by doing that. But what they should have done is sent out money to just the people that actually need it and maybe do a recurring check for a few months. That would have been way, way, way more effective than the way that they did it. Just saying, hey, it's helicopter money. Everybody, go outside. Get your pillowcase ready. We're going to start dropping wads of cash. That's about what they did. Not a good plan. Not a good idea at all. But what they did is they got massive stimulus into the economy. And we also got some other effects out of it. Supply chain issues. We got inflation massively, still dealing with that today. The effects of that, we're still dealing with it from today, right? I mean, it's a mess. So my point is, they maybe learned their lesson last time, which is sending out too much money to too many people is not a good plan, but rather having highly focused payments out to just the people that actually need it is a way, way, way better approach. And if they need to send out 2, 3, 4 of these checks, they'd be way better off and way further ahead by doing that approach versus just everybody gets a check. Wow, everybody. Not a good plan in my opinion. But sending out to the people that actually need it, great plan, very effective, and really good way to do that. So anyway, that's what it comes down to is overall economy, okay? When the economy contracts, when the economy goes into a recession, that is when they provide stimulus, okay? Just watch. I mean, seriously. I know some people out there are skeptical saying, oh no, stimulus checks are just a one-off thing. if you're in that camp, if you're somebody that says they're just a one-off thing and you don't think they're ever coming again, I would advise you to take 15 minutes out of your day. Go on Google and type in 2000 recession, 2001 recession and stimulus check or something like that. 2001 stimulus check. Look it up. It was $300. Then, after you get done doing that search, type in 2008, 2009 stimulus check. You'll get another search there. It was $600. We got stimulus checks then, $600. 2020, 2021 stimulus checks. We got 3 then. $1,200, $600, and $1,400. My point is, every single time that we go into recession, they provide stimulus, okay? When this happens, this is when lawmakers come out. They pass hundreds of billions of dollars or trillions of dollars now. Back in the day in 2000, 2001, in 2008, 2009, it was hundreds of billions. These days, they don't even deal with hundreds of billions anymore. Nah, that's chump change. We're not going to do hundreds of billions. We're just going to go straight for trillions. That's probably what it's going to be next time again. Once they've exceeded the threshold of trillions, realistically, that's probably what it's going to be from now on. Just saying, okay? But when we go into the situation again, they're going to scramble and be like, uh-oh, got to do something about the economy, quick. It's going down, quick, pump it back up. How do you do that? Print a bunch of money, push it out to the people in the form of a different thing, a bunch of different ways and means, including stimulus checks, tell the people to spend the money, buy a bunch of stuff, and that's literally what brings it back, okay? Happens every single time. Look it up if you don't believe me. It happens all the time. So anyway, well, I shouldn't say all the time. I mean, it happens every single recession, and we get recessions every, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, something like that. They happen more frequently than you think. But this next recession, next economic contraction we get into here, I know you might be thinking, but wait, wasn't the last one like 2020? Yeah, it was. So right now, basically, end of 2024, you would think, but we haven't gone like 6-ish years. You're right, but this next one may be induced by the Federal Reserve keeping interest rates way too high, way too long, literally pushing us into a recession because they're trying to chase down inflation. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like a dog chasing its tail. Good luck. Good luck on that one. Yeah, it's just not going to get to where they want it to be. But maybe that's what's going to happen is we have a self-induced recession because the Federal Reserve is trying to get inflation. They're trying to get it. Good luck. Yeah, good luck catching that thing. Anyway, does this help a little bit? I hope so. For those of you that are wondering and the questions that I see coming in, I hope this helps a little bit to understand the situation. If not, leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. I can jump on a live stream. I can do whatever you need. Let me know. I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. But otherwise, please enjoy your day. Again, happy Thanksgiving. I just hope you're doing well right now. That's all that really matters, is stay safe, stay warm, happy holidays. And I'm just here for you in any way that I possibly can be, okay? Please subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. Big subscribe button down there. Like the video. Thumbs up button. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Check out the other videos here on the channel. Well over 5,000 videos down below. Check those out. Otherwise, in the description or the top of the comment section, some very popular videos there. Check those out. Otherwise, right now showing up on your screen, you'll see some videos there. Check out one of those. Otherwise, just enjoy your day, and I will see you again later. Thank you so much for your support.